This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we have a Whirlpool thin twin washer and dryer laundry center, and the washing machine is flooding. So when you turn it on, it lets water in, but it just keeps rising and rising and rising with water until it overflows. And this is actually a pretty easy thing to fix. So we got it unplugged. We're going to remove this panel that is in between the dryer and the washing machine. There's 3 Phillips head screws you take out. And then once you remove the panel, you see these interesting brass clips in the back. You take a standard head screwdriver and you pry away from you, and that releases the clip here on the right side. The one on the left does the same thing, but there's not much room, so it's better to use a smaller stubby flathead screwdriver. I'm using a regular one, kind of coming at it from a diagonal to get the thing to release. There it goes, but a little bit harder unless you have a smaller screwdriver. Now I can take the whole top panel off of the washing machine, and that's going to give me an ability to get to a little tube that may have fallen off or might be clogged, that sends air pressure up to the control unit at the top of the machine that lets it know when it's reached the right amount of water level. But if that tube gets clogged or the tube falls off, then it won't send the signal and the thing might overflow. So here we can see where that tube lives. It's if you're facing the machine, it's on the right hand side in the back. I just pulled it off. I'm going to blow into it, and I should be able to hear the pressure sensor up at the top of the machine doing a little click. So as I push in, I should be able to hear that click. If you don't hear that click, that tube may have a leak in it, or it may be disconnected from the pressure sensor at the top. So I have it off now. I'm taking a sharp little tool, and I'm going to push in to the hole that it used to be connected to make sure there's nothing clogging that. Because if there's a clog there, it won't send that air pressure up to the pressure switch. So here I am, just kind of in slow motion cleaning that out. And I did blow into the tube, and I was able to hear the pressure switch click. So I know that that's connected. So now I'm putting the tube back into its holder. I'm going to put it back down into this bell housing here below my left hand. I'm going to make sure it's a nice tight connection. Sometimes this can come off if the machine is going back and forth too much in a heavy load, but usually it just gets clogged with detergent. So now we've got it cleaned, we've got it reinstalled, and now we're going to set it for wash, but we're going to try the different water levels. First I'm trying small, then I'll try medium, and then I'll try large. I just want to make sure it's not going to overfill. So if you do have a clog, or if the tube has fallen off, the pressure sensor never gets any air pressure to shut it off, so it just keeps running. It assumes that it's not filling, and that's why you get the overflow problem. So again, probably the tube has fallen off. In our case, there's some detergent that had clogged up that thing the tube hooks to, and it wasn't able to send any air pressure up to the pressure sensor, and that meant that it would just keep putting more and more water in. So I've got my clips back on, I put it all back together, I'm putting the plate back up, and then I'll add those 3 Phillips head screws. And that's pretty much it. And this is very similar for most Whirlpool washing machines. They're going to have that little tube that connects to a pressure sensor, and the tube falls off, or it's so gunked up with detergent or dirt that it can't send the air pressure. So you just got to make sure the tube is connected, and make sure the tube is clean, and make sure that the thing the tube connects to is clean, and you should be good. Hopefully that's been helpful to you and fixes your machine. Please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. Thanks for watching.